Hello, everyone. My name is Candace Cordelia with Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Mat, Stage, and Screen column. I am joined today with two of the stars from the upcoming film Queen of the Ring. I have Kailey Latimer and Damaris Lewis. How are you today?
We're good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing well. I know you all are doing really great. I saw the movie and it was wonderful. I highly, highly enjoyed it. And as someone who is still coming to terms with learning more about the history of women's wrestling, I found myself learning so much that I didn't know. And you both are spectacular in your roles of June Byers and Babs Wingo. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My first question to you both truly is what went into the preparation for this film, not just physically, but also looking at the historical aspects?
I think for me, the first thing that came to mind was honor, ensuring that I honored Babs to the best of my ability, especially because this was going to be the first time that anybody was seeing her on the big screen. So just getting it right to our greatest ability to get it right. But that's the first word that came to mind. So I'll stick with that one.
Yeah, and, like the mayor said, it to our best of our ability because there's not a lot out there. There's not a lot of it's not like that was during the time of, TV programming, the internet, anything like that, and it's just like, we're so spoiled today to be able to do this interview, to be able to have things documented so easily, and, we had to get sent stuff from, like, old newspapers and things like that, and
Magazines.
yes, and when we were studying as far as how they moved in the ring,
Yep.
we were talking about, like, there wasn't that much footage, right? And then even the stuff that it was kinda grainy and, and so just trying to learn how they moved in the ring, it's like there was only but so much that we could play off of, but the beautiful thing about it, is, like you said, I mean, Candace, we've spoken before, you're a huge wrestling fan, you love wrestling, and even you don't know about this, a lot about Mildred's story, about any of these ladies' story,
Wow.
and so it's like and that's for a lot of the wrestling world, a lot of people don't know Mildred's story, so it's like, not only is this gonna be a new story for people that don't know anything about wrestling, it's gonna be a new story for wrestling fans, and
Yeah.
so everyone's gonna learn something from watching this film.
Absolutely. And I love that you said that, especially Kaylee, because my next question for you specifically, you have so much experience as a professional wrestler, and there are some parallels between you as a wrestler and your character, June Byers, specifically, both being one time NWA World Women's Champions, which is amazing when you look at the historical legacy that you're both holding. For you, what was it like portraying June Byers and really just having the experiences that you've already had in the ring, working with NWA and working with other promotions? What other layers did you find yourself bringing to this character, June Byers?
The other layers I would say is because this is not a June Byers film, right? And so a lot of things that you still didn't even get to see maybe come out in certain scenes or anything like that, but getting to really know who June was outside of the wrestling ring, finding out that she was a wonderful mother, a family woman, and she has her own crazy. I mean, when I went in and told Ash when I was reading, they sent like her history and how to get to know June, and I was reading these stories, and I went into Ash. I was like, "Did you know this?" And he was like, "What?" I mean, it was, and so it's like all of these women, Babs, every woman that you see come into the scene, like all these scenes, these movies, they have their own thing going on, and so really just it was just cool to, like, get to know someone else that and as a wrestler myself, these fans and we love she was talking about how she learned how passionate the fans in wrestling are, and we're so thankful for
She's
the
like, yeah.
we're so thankful for the passion, but, like, the thing that a lot of that passion they forget is, like, we're human beings with real lives, and we're not necessarily even our characters
Right.
on screen, and so, yeah, just finding out, like, June, yes, she was scary, she was stiff, she was, like, everything that everyone was scared of, but it's like, she was a sweetheart to the people that knew her really well.
Yeah.
Wow. And Damaris, I love that you were cracking up as soon as Kaylee went into the whole fan base because
Yeah,
I can only imagine I can only imagine for you what it was like to immerse yourself in not just the world of the film, but wrestling in general. For you, what was that like in terms of the prep? Did you find yourself having to go to wrestling shows, see what it was like? Just yes.
I was taken to a couple of them at OVW.
OVW? Nice.
And in a business where this is our jobs, right?
Yeah.
There's someone telling you who knows your name, who can look you up on the internet. To go into this world where I didn't know anyone, nobody knew me, but as long as you came with good energy, you were accepted, was really cool to be a part of. And I think I carried that with me into um, the film. But yeah, the fans are next level when it comes to wrestling in the best way possible.
You know what, though? You mentioned some sorry, this kind of you mentioned something that made me think too. It's funny because, Damaris and the other girls, they wanted to make sure to honor and respect wrestling.
Yeah.
And as someone that has never acted, and obviously too, kind of how I got the role, and to be just completely fair, it kind of fell into my lap in a way.
Hmm.
I wanted to make sure that I respected
Acting.
because because I know as a wrestler, when some people come in and they just think that they're entitled to be a wrestler all of a sudden, it kind of rubs you the wrong way. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't do that kind of same thing in the acting world. So it was really cool to see kind of how both worlds, because there was other wrestlers that were part of the movie as well. Both worlds were trying to respect each other.
Yeah. Good point.
That's fascinating. And I myself have an acting background, and I understand even diving into the world of acting. Yes, you are a performer, Kailey, but it's a whole different universe. So I love that it sounds like everyone was respecting each other and really trying to learn from each other and just kind of figure things out. And it shows on the screen because there was such a seamlessness that I found in it. And everyone just seemed very natural in what they were doing, which is, I would presume, hard because it's a physical film. You're in the ring, you're performing, you're doing all the things. And it was awesome to just witness everything unfold. For you, Kailey, this is your first big screen project. And I looked up your IMDb because, the journalist, I have to do my research. And it seems like you have other things in the works. So talk to us, please, about that in terms of your acting. And oh, it's okay. We can cut that out because I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. I
Hey,
had
you know how I got in this role was a surprise. So I thought maybe you were about to
Really?
or something.
Oh, no, I don't know. I just see what I see. I don't know how everything unfolded. But even with this for Queen of the Ring, if you don't mind, you said this was a surprise. This was unfolding. It seems like things are coming to the fore. You might have some things percolating, I presume, because it looked like you were having great fun playing June Byers. So
Yeah.
wondering, all about that in terms of you as an actor, what we can expect.
So I was saying, like, as soon as the filming was over, and people were telling me about like their prior experiences and what it's like on different sets, and just all the different things you can experience, I was like, yeah, I would like to. And honestly too, because the cast was like so much fun, and like I was like, if this is how like every getting to work with these people, and I was like, I would love to do this again. It was really fun. But I'm so far, like, because it was almost been 2 years, almost 2 years since we filmed this, and my mindset has changed a little bit. I'm ready to maybe have like a little family and stuff, and so I don't, and I think like the older I'm getting, I'm just being, I'm a bit of grandma these days, guys. So I would just say if something again, if some sort of role, and maybe, hey, maybe we watch this and I'm the next what is the guy's name that played Drago? That was his first role, and he ended up getting a bunch of films after that. Come on, you know his name. In Rocky? Do you know what I'm talking about? No,
Okay.
no.
It's gonna come to me after this interview. I know it is.
I'm so sorry to this man. I'm sure you'll
Okay.
definitely see this.
Don't put me into don't put me into this. Absolutely.
Anyway,
not.
I'm
This
just
is between
saying.
you two.
I'm just saying, if something were to fall in my lap, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not like
Okay.
actively like, okay, I'm an actress now. That's
Staying
I
at
love it. Damaris is like, that's between you.
I don't know.
Between us, Damaris, as the consummate actress that you already are, and you've had so many roles in the world of Hollywood. For Queen of the Ring, was there something that unlocked in you as you were portraying Babs Wingo and going through this role and really day by day immersing yourself in everything, that you felt to yourself, oh, I want to do more, perhaps sports oriented projects or things that are even more physical,
So
uh,
I
adventure, etc.?
I love action. It's my favorite genre. It's my favorite. It's what I want to do. It's what I love doing. I love things that require training.
Mhm.
I love
Mm.
It's fun to learn
love
something new.
like I love the permission to lock in.
Mhm.
Whether it's for a year training, whether it's for 3 months training, whether it's for a week training. But but that the hey, I'm gonna say the permission, the safety to lock in, and everybody knows you're locked in, right? And it's okay to be locked in was something that I hope to take with me for the rest of my career. So yes, whether it's sports or action or jumping out of a helicopter, sign me up.
Oof, that sounds fun.
Love that. Love
Golf,
that.
golf.
Golf is that's something I actually want
Not
to.
not golf,
She said
Dolph.
golf.
That was the guy who played in
Oh, Dolph. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, that's a fair point. See how that's how it is. It always comes up.
Also, I am starring in a golfing movie.
Are you?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
That's what she-
dear.
that's what she found on IMDb.
Maybe a comedy. It seems like comedy is up your speed as well, Kailey.
Honestly,
Yes.
life's a joke, so why not?
Next question.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, speaking about the training aspect for both of you, and I've already stated this previously for Kailey, you have the experience in the ring already. For you, Damaris, working with the other girls and working with everyone in the ring, what was that like for you? And was there anything that Kailey gave you in terms of advice to help you move along?
Well, I love that particular actually, yes. So, I'll do it backwards. After we filmed, right? Like, the filming, you're just going, right? You're like a battery. So, you don't know who's heard you, who's absorbed you, who's listened. And a couple months after filming, I don't check my Instagram unless I have to post something for work, for the most part.
Very healthy.
And I went on my Instagram, and it said that you had tagged me in a post, and it was a picture of us, and it was the most beautiful thing anybody has ever said to me after work. And I won't say it, but it was just a recap of what we did together. And so that note was a reminder that, someone is always listening. There is someone who might take away something from you. And that gave me
Mhm.
a battery, right? That made me go, okay, if I didn't do anything else, I had this moment with you. So thank you. And then I forgot the beginning of the question. You said, what did you ask?
Oh, yes. If there was anything that Kailey herself or any of the other women who you worked with in terms of the physicality, the actual learning the different moves, how that was for you.
Yes. So I studied tango.
Yeah.
Shout out to Krista, my teacher. But tango is all about changing weight. It's about knowing that your partner is sometimes a leader and sometimes a follower. And
Mm.
so the thing about tango, I don't know if you know much about tango, is that if someone pushes your shoulder, it tells your body where to go. It tells your leg where to move. But if I'm taller than you, and I've said this before,
Which
but
she will be.
if I'm but if I'm taller than you and you're my partner, right? It means that I have to shorten my step a little bit and you have to elongate your step a little bit in order for the dance to be
Mm.
beautiful.
Mhm.
If your ego says, no, I'm not, you have to come to me,
Mhm.
right? The dance is broken.
Mm.
So that tango training, getting in the ring with
Mhm.
the girls was very similar to me because you have to throw your ego out and say, okay, right now in the choreography, it's her moment,
Mhm.
which means you're gonna fall back. And then vice versa. And then it'd be your moment, and then somebody else fell back for you. So it was really gratifying and warming to have girls who were like, because it is Mildred's story.
Mhm.
So it was like when it's Mildred's time, it was Mildred's time, and then it was Babs when it was June. So yeah, the tango.
She also didn't even realize that she was just talking about ring awareness too, with the little steps.
Footwork.
Yeah,
I noticed.
where you need to be in the ring. She see you know stuff you don't even know you know.
That was fabulous. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And I was like, wow,
Yeah,
maybe we'll see you, making a guest appearance.
Here we
at some-
go. Y'all keep doing this. I'm
Love
She
it.
does
Love
like
it.
getting body slammed though. She said it.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm here
wrestlers.
for it.
in our ring.
Red carpet tomorrow.
We're not.
I'm so here for this. And thank you both for your time. This was lovely. My last question for you is why should folks rush out to see Queen of the Ring?
First word that comes to mind is refreshing. Um, it is nuanced. It is different. Um, it's a true story, obviously with some added movie elements to it. It's educational. It's inspiring.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I think it debunks a lot of what you think a woman
Mhm.
should be.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I'd say rush out and go see it in theaters. One, for the simple fact that it needs to be seen in theaters. We were talking about this. The soundtrack for this movie is incredible, and there's something about being in a theater with that surround sound
Mhm.
and and like because Ash, he knows music. He has a music label.
Yep.
He knows exactly when to put these things where, and the way the music hits
Mhm.
on certain scenes, it just adds like this movie needs to be seen in theaters. And then on top of that, you do not have to be a wrestling fan
To love it.
to love this movie. Anyone can go and connect to it
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Mm. I love that send off. The cast is amazing. Kailey and Damaris are in this movie. You all have to rush out and see this. Support film, support filmmaking, support these women, and support this story. It's Women's History Month, so you have no other reason than to just go out and watch Queen of the Rain. Thank you all for joining me here at Matt Stage and Screen with PWI. Stay tuned for other exclusive interviews. And thank you, Kailey and Damaris, for having me.
Thank you.
you.